A controversial plan to lift the teacher-student ratio in Texas classrooms is gaining momentum. It would impact kindergarten through fourth grade, with larger classes saving hundreds of millions of dollars in education costs, but costing thousands of teachers their jobs. School superintendents and many politicians really like this idea, but KXAN's David Scott reports many teachers, well, they're adamantly opposed to it. David?
Leslie, the issue is money, not enough of it. You know, the public education eats up 60% of our state's budget, and yet over the past decade, the cost of public education has gone up 63%. And on top of that, you got the looming projected record budget shortfall next year. So some say something's got to give. And what may give is that 22-to-1 student-teacher ceiling. They may lift it entirely on the youngins from kindergarten to the fourth grade. Proponents say ending that student-teacher ratio would save $558 million a year, but cost as many as 12,000 teachers their jobs. But teachers say that's folly, creating classroom chaos.
If you get the classes too large in those grades, the teachers will spend most of their time trying to corral the kids instead of actually trying to teach them.
The problem is, unless a school gets a waiver, anytime a classroom grows beyond 22-to-1, the school must provide a new classroom and teacher at a cost of roughly $150,000. The chairwoman of the Education Committee says without new money, the legislature will have to tackle cumbersome and costly mandates, and that 22-to-1 is at the top of the list. But teachers say there are less draconian solutions out there.
Do some cuts where we can afford the cuts, use all of the rainy day fund, which will be $9 billion or more, and then seek some kind of adequate, equitable revenue stream to cover the difference.
The other chair of the special committee says, why not try it? That 22-to-1 has no proven significance, that it would take 18-to-1 to make a difference. But teachers argue smaller classrooms are proven to get better results.
18-to-1 probably would be better than 22-to-1, but we have 22-to-1. We shouldn't make it 25-to-1 or whatever the average might end up being if they lift the cap.
Then there's the possibility of all those layoffs. Not an attractive prospect.
12,000 teachers, putting them on the streets right now while we're trying to recover from one of the worst recessions since the Depression, that doesn't make any sense either.
And again, looming all over this is this projected record revenue shortfall of $15 billion, maybe more next year. Plus the great desire not to raise taxes and also not to entirely raid and clean out the rainy day fund. All this should be a bruising battle. David Scott, KXAN, Austin News.